Pero ito excited na ako sa, I guess, pag-lift ng lockdown dito sa Melbourne. Ikaw?
Ganun din. So, Fridays, yeah. Pero I think excited din. A lot of our kababayans will go out no ngayong this coming weekend to shop. Not yung hindi sa retail, but they are shopping for maybe an investment property. So I'm excited dito sa topic natin, categories of rental expenses.
Definitely, Rob. And even during our Warm Toast videos, as well as our events, we have been discussing a lot about rental property, our property as investments, right? So I'm pretty sure a number of our viewers right now would be keen to know more about what are the different type and examples of the expenses that they can actually claim. So, Rom, before you enlighten us on those lists or types, just want to remind everyone, as we always do, the advice that we are going to provide or any information we are providing today are all general advice. So again, before you act on any of these, please work with professionals. Okay, Ram. So going back to you. So enlighten us, please, on the three different type of those rental expenses. Yep.
So so we have three. Not all expenses are deductible. So the first one, category, the first category, those expenses that you cannot claim, of course. Yeah. So number two, those expenses that we call it like an immediate deduction. You can claim in the year you incur the expense. And number three, expenses that you can claim in a number of years. Mahirap.
Okay. Let's go through those one by one. Rob, really? There are expenses that I, as a property investor, cannot claim.
Yes. So, example,
Mhm.
travel expenses to inspect a property before buying it, you cannot claim that. Rental seminars, it's very, very popular. Property investment seminars. You attend the seminars, they will charge like $1,000 or maybe a program to buy an investment property. You cannot claim that because we call it expense too soon. So those are non-deductible. There are expenses, acquisition cost of the property cannot be claimed as well, like the purchase price of the property, conveyancing cost, the buyer's agent, buyer's advocate, professionals, expenses, stamp duty on the transfer of property. You cannot claim that, but that will be the cost of the property. You use that amount to calculate in the calculation of the capital gains tax. Okay, and we have a new one, effective 1st of July 2019. Expenses to hold a vacant land. As a general rule, that expense is not deductible.
Thanks for that, Rom. I guess what I'm hearing there is those expenses typically are those incurred prior to the rental property being genuinely available for rent.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay, cool. How about we go to the second one? So you told us the second one are those expenses that can be immediately deducted in the income year that the expense has been incurred. So tell us more about those.
Okay, common example: council rates, gardening expenses, insurance, landlord insurance. You can claim that. Interest expense on loans, that's immediate deductible. The land tax, pest control, property agents who manage your property. What else? Repairs and maintenance, water expenses, and other miscellaneous expenses related to your investment property.
Thanks, Rom. Okay, let's go to the third one. Okay, how about those expenses that can be claimed as a deduction over a number of years?
It's a number of years, so meaning it's not an outright deduction. So the very, very popular one is the borrowing expenses. So it's not an outright deduction because it will be spread in 5 years for expenses above $100. Common example is the loan establishment fee, title search, mortgage broker fee if they charge you a mortgage, although they sometimes they just get a commission, but some mortgage broker charge you a fee. You cannot, that's not an outright deduction. You will divide that in 5 years. Stamp duty on mortgage. A while ago, I mentioned stamp duty on the transfer of property. That will be a cost base. This one is stamp duty on mortgage. That will be spread in 5 years as well as the lender's mortgage insurance. So that will be spread in 5 years also. We have depreciating assets or those improvements. Common example, the carpet. For example, you improve your investment property. You purchase a new carpet. That's not an outright deduction because it will be divided. The expense will be divided in 8 years. Heater, the gas heater, it's 20 years. It's long. So,
Wow. Okay, Ram. I have a scenario here. So,
mm,
for instance, I have my rental property and I need to have the wall fixed because
mm,
there's a crack in there or something happened to my wall. So, I engaged a sole trader. Let's call
mm,
the sole trader Lito. So, I engaged Kuya Lito to fix the wall in my rental property. So, he told me, so his quote is $2,500 with an invoice, but he
mm,
actually gave me an option. So he can give me a discount. It will only be 1,800, but there will not be any invoice. I can pay him by cash.
mm.
So can I claim that if I pay him 1,800? If I go with that second option, can I claim that expense?
That will not be compliant. So meaning 1,800 without an invoice, you cannot claim that as a deduction.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's I guess good to know. So what if, for instance, Kuya Lito gave me a paper invoice without his ABN?
Mm. So actually, you have a duty as a payer to withheld to withhold 47% out of that 2,500.
Hmm. Okay. I guess that's good to know. I didn't know about that, so I'm hoping. I guess it's something that for our
Mm,
viewers right now should consider when
mm,
when they engage sole traders or tradies and how they pay for
yeah.
those invoices. Cool.
That's why that's why we are saying claim a valid expense, get a license, a contractor or a trader, and then as we are always saying, you have to save taxes legally and be smart. Be smart with
Tax Smart
Tax Smart
Cafe.
Cafe. Thank you.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.
Goodbye.